Hi, everybody. I have a question here from Anonymous. Ali, I find it very alarming and concerning that people who are saying that people that write to you about their abuse just made it up for attention and that you are just playing along. I think denying someone's abuse is a form of abuse. I find that quite disturbing. It is happening more and more. We are already denied by our parents, who also called us crazy when we brought up the abuse. Any comment? Do you have an opinion on this? Mr. WTF and I have been talking about it, and we both value your opinion. And these people are talking about you. I think it's wrong. I think your answers to people are sincere and not fake. I want to defend you and do a video about this, denying of other people's stories that is going on and that you're just playing along. But first, I want to ask you if you believe the people that write to you. Of course I do. If I got to an end of a video and I just didn't believe the person, I wouldn't put it up. And if it was somebody who would donate it, I would return the donation, say I can't use this. But that hasn't been the case. And I know the stories are real because it's what I experienced. You can't have this many different people coming out of nowhere with the exact same story. And you would have to believe that these people are sitting there watching each other's stories and then typing it up, and a lot of times contributing to have their videos put up with priority. You're asking to accept a lot, and I'm going to explain what this is and why it's happening. I see a ton of comments making fun of what is that we were sexually abused. The post comments claiming that we are just making it up for attention, that they are narcissists and they make fun of them. Then they say that you are just playing along as if you're just taking people's money and role playing. I hear the intensity in your voice during the videos, and I know you are telling the truth. Mr. WTF and I talk about this every day privately. We both have been trying to figure out what to do about the problem. It is always the same people that are doing this, and they did it to me as well, claiming that I made up my stories because I am a narcissist, and they did it to another member, and I've seen it done to many other people, sometimes in your comments or in each other's comments. And I have seen a few girls go so far as to make videos about other girls claiming their abuse was made up. It has happened to me and other people. Always the same girls doing it. There are at least 3 people that have left the community that I know of because of it, and I am not that active in it. I went to a therapist for 20 years and went through hell growing up. My mother I haven't talked to in decades except twice, only because I heard a friend back home, several states away, that she was found walking around not knowing what her name was or where she was. These girls also claim that childhood abuse is made up because your memory at 4 years old is fragmented. One girl got upset when her story was denied, and these girls beat her up, saying that only a narcissist would care if people believed their story. That is disgusting. I'm sure you can remember horrible things that happened when you were 4 years old, just as I can. It is happening more and more with these girls, and I am very concerned. Believe me, the people that send you money don't do it for attention. I have a boyfriend, I have a lot of people in my life, and I don't need to use you for attention. You have been a great ally and have given so many people validation. I think that those girls, to take away our validation from telling our stories to you and on our channels, is nothing but abuse. Yeah, it is. And I've said this from the beginning, that you need to be careful about these online narcissism blogs, especially Facebook, where there are narcissists in sheep's clothing just hiding out. And the problem here is, and the reason why they do it, all this is electronic gaslighting. when those girls hear our stories or hear something that comes out, they think and they sit there and take it like we're talking to themselves because they've done the exact same things in their life. If telling your story and channels like mine were no big deal, then why would they? And they're saying that we're really narcissists and all of this is made up. Then why even address it? What's the point? What's the point? See, as long as they're just making meaningless YouTube pages or Pinterest blogs or whatever it is they do, I know what you're talking about. Nobody watches them. It's just them. It's just them enabling each other and telling themselves we're not really talking about them, even though we're not talking about them directly, telling themselves it's all made up because they have to, because then they would have to look in the mirror at their own face. What you are seeing in those blogs is narcissists exposing themselves and spiraling out of control, using the same gaslighting tactics every other narcissist uses on you. That's all those anti-narcissism blogs are. They're just gaslighting blogs. And it's pathetic because that's all they got. Nobody watches them. Nobody watches them. Unless, look, and especially in my comments, I mean, I want to make this clear. I have a hard time keeping up on them because I get a lot of them, and there's a lot of stories in there. However, I have noticed several altercations in there, and I try not to get involved, but I always take a mental note, and I see who did what to who, and then if somebody comes to me privately, I'll tell them what I think is going on, and I'll tell them what to do. The best way to deal with those anti-narcissism blogs is to ignore them like I do. The narcissist wants you to engage. They want you to lose your shit so then you can look like a psycho, and that's all it is. This is just another form of narcissism, and you have to use the tools that you learn on here and what you know about narcissism to not take the bait. Just because they come out of this narcissism community because they were hiding in there doesn't give them a pass to be treated like every other narcissist. Who cares? For the most, I could give a shit what people say about me online. I could give a shit. Even though I made that video about little Miss Amanda Pumpkin the other day, I could give a shit what she says. It's when she starts harassing personally my subscribers and my followers through email and stuff like that, that's a step too far, and that will be dealt with. That will be dealt with accordingly. But I'm not going to sit there in a comments thread and trifle back and forth with anybody. And that's just how shit goes down. And notice what you said. It's always women doing it. It's always women doing it. You don't see the men on here fighting with you. You don't see a man fighting with another man. Every time I've had an issue on here, it's been with a woman. And that's not because I hate women or anything. It's because that's what the women do. It's just the way it is. And the reason they're doing it is because they're hearing their own abuse. Just like you get validation from hearing your story out of other people's mouth, they have a narcissistic injury in hearing their abuse coming out of other people's mouths. Even though they didn't physically abuse that person, that's why they're here. That's what they've done in their life. They're putting up the narcissist bat signal and telling everybody, I'm the problem. Let them do it. Nobody watches that shit. Nobody watches that shit. But because we're used to we're so sensitive to getting gaslighted and being told we're frauds and we're phony and our abuse isn't real, we are so hypersensitive to it. You're falling for it. Don't fall for it. Ignore it. Ignore it. That drives them fucking insane. If there's one thing the narcissist hates is being excluded and having you not react to their narcissistic bullshit. Drives them fucking insane. That's why they escalate. That's why they get crazier and crazier. So let them. And I've seen people running narcissism blogs, okay, that have deteriorated into full-blown narcissistic freak shows. And the people watching it know it. And they come to me and like, can you believe this shit? And I just laugh. And I say the same thing every time somebody comes to me. This is why I don't comment. This is why I don't get involved. You stay above it. And eventually they'll move on, get bored, and go the fuck away. Because online you really don't mean that much to each other. If you ignore it, and it might take some time, they'll eventually move on. Or do what they normally do. Spiral out of control for everyone to see until it gets so funny I blow them up and completely humiliate them. See, I have no problem calling somebody out, but it's got to be at the right time. You can't blow your wad early with that. You can't just jump on and make a video to every comment response back and forth thinking you're going to... No. You're giving the narcissist what they want. You're giving them the fight. You're giving them the attention. And you're giving them the opportunity for you to lose your shit on them and then they to use that against you publicly. You got to stay away from it. Don't worry about it. Ignore it. Get in less arguments. If you don't agree with somebody in a thread and you think this is good, just walk away. Just let it go. And they go away. People just stop replying all the time. It doesn't mean anything. In their head, if they think, oh, well, they just stopped responding because they had no answer. No, I just didn't want to fight with you. That's what you got to learn. You win or lose. You win nothing on the internet. The classic internet meme. Fighting on the internet is like competing in the Special Olympics. Even if you win, you're still retarded. That's why I don't fight. I have no problem calling people out, but the time has to be right to do that. And you can't just go back and forth to every shitty comment or every little trolling incident you have in a thread. And if they're making videos, laugh at them. Who cares? Who cares? It dry. Like, I know when a video's made about me for the most part. And I know what I make sure I do when a video's made about me. I go ahead that day and I make a bunch of videos never mentioning it. And it drives them fucking insane. And they just go fucking batshit. And that's funny. And that's what you want. You got to be able to understand what's happening here. That these are just narcissists who are probably shut out, been put out, and no contact, and now they're here hunting for new victims, new trolling. That's what the internet brings to these people. So you have to deal with them the same way you deal with any other narcissist in your life. Ignore them and let them spiral out of control. So thank you for your kind comments, and thank you for your question. I really appreciate it. And thank you to everybody watching. And if you have a question or a comment or anything you want an immediate answer to, you guys know what to do with the PayPal link in the description box. I'll have the video right out to you. This is Ollie Matthews. I'll see you all again shortly. Bye.